Everybody, or is it evening? Kind of cold out there. I'd like to bring the school board meeting of November 17th to order. I'd like to ask everybody to please rise for pledge of allegiance and a moment of silence.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mimi, no.
Thank you. Mark, we can do roll call, please.
Here.
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 Mr. Bushy?
Here.
Mr. Clay?
Here. Thank you. I'd like to leave you know the November 17th, 2025 school board meeting is open to the public and is also being streamed virtually. I now need a approval for the November 17th school board meeting agenda.
So moved. Second.
Right. Any questions? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Thank you. Like approval of the October 27th, 2025 school board meeting minutes.
Second.
Question? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Dr. Axe.
All right, numbers of the month. Okay, so it's for tonight. First up, Barron Elementary. Margot Ramsey, grade 2, Mrs. Bine.
Hello, everyone. This is Margot. So I chose Margot tonight because she is a huge difference maker in our classroom, and she has all the qualities that we value here at Manheim Central. She always makes respectful, responsible, and safe choices, and she finds the perfect balance between taking her learning seriously and having fun while doing it. I have the privilege of being her teacher for 2 years, and I have a feeling that she is going to be hard to let go of come this spring. And it is obvious to me that Margot is going to do great things and be such a positive influence on the people in her life. So here is what some of her classmates have to say about her. Margot is a good friend and is probably friends with the whole school. She is kind, grateful, and polite. Margot is smart because she's good at reading and great at spelling. She will give you reminders if you get something wrong, and she is hardworking. We are happy that she is Student of the Month. Congratulations. Yeah, and here's your certificate. There you go. Thank you.
Okay, from Doe Run Elementary, Maren Kerstetter, grade 2, Mrs. Eichelman.
That's my mama. That's me.
It is an honor to introduce our Doe Run Student of the Month, Maren Kerstetter. Maren is a very special second grader and a true role model. He represents the character and values we celebrate not only in our classroom, but in our building and across our district. Maren comes to school every day excited about learning. She takes pride in her work, always tries her best, and maintains a positive attitude. She's always smiling. She loves to help and work with others along the way, evidence of her very empathetic heart. She shows the true power of kindness, which isn't just about being nice. Kindness is a choice to care about others, even when that's not the easiest thing to do. When someone needs a friend or a helping hand, she takes notice and is the first one to reach out. In the beginning of the year, we learned the definition of respect, to make others feel valued and cared for. Maren has a deep sense of respect for other children and adults, which helps create a positive culture in our classroom and also makes others feel like they matter. Her kindness, positive attitude, and work ethic inspire people. When they see the way she listens, works hard, shows respect, and encourages others, they want to do the same. All the necessary ingredients of a leader. Most impressively, she does these things with true humility and sincerity, which come naturally to her.
I knew.
As educators, we know that a child's first teacher is the parents and caregivers. I'd like to give a shout out and a big thank you to Marin's parents, Kim and Richard, for all you do to instill exemplary character in your daughter. Congratulations, Marin.
Next up, from the middle school, Macy McVeigh, grade 6, Ms. Ramsey.
So I am honored to share why our sixth grade team nominated Macy McVeigh for Student of the Month. I'm fortunate to have Macy in math class this year, where she consistently demonstrates kindness, friendliness, and respect for everyone around her. She approaches each day with enthusiasm and takes on every challenge with a positive attitude. Even when math gets tough, Macy never gives up. She keeps working until she understands. She leads by example through her hard work, responsibility, and willingness to help others. Whether she's explaining a math problem to a classmate or making sure someone feels included, Macy shows what it means to be a true role model. This dedication carries over into ELA class as well. Macy gives her best effort every day and advocates for herself when needed. She comes to class motivated, focused, and determined to learn. She works well both independently and with others and perseveres even when the work becomes challenging. Her positive attitude encourages and uplifts those around her. In science, Macy continues to stand out as a hardworking and motivated student. She takes initiative in her learning, participates actively, asks thoughtful questions, and seeks help when needed to ensure she is truly growing. Macy also brings the same energy and commitment to IE each day. She arrives with a positive mindset and a strong work ethic. She asks questions to deepen her understanding, treats her peers and teachers with respect, and always puts forth her best effort. In phys ed, Macy is dedicated, displays a positive attitude, and works hard. She consistently approaches challenges with determination and sets an example for her peers through kindness and integrity. Whether she's participating in discussions, supporting classmates, or giving her best effort on PE skills, Macy embodies what it means to be a model student. She recently volunteered to participate in a wrestling unit, competing against other females in a co-ed class. She did a nice job working with her classmates and making them better through the various techniques and skills needed to be successful in the sport. We applaud her for her willingness to try something new while others shied away from this opportunity. In addition to her academic dedication, Macy is kind, respectful, and consistently positive influence on everyone around her. Her commitment to learning and her exemplary character make her an outstanding choice for Student of the Month. We are proud to recognize Macy tonight. She is truly deserving of this honor.
All right, and Dr. Weitzel has our high school learner, which is John Nate Huber, nominated by Mrs. Heckman. He's unable to be here tonight. And also from the Mountjoy CTC, Isabella Paraga, grade 12.
All right, folks, good evening. Going to honor Mr. Huber there. He was nominated by Mrs. Heckman, as Dr. Axe said. Nate's currently a member of our FFA. He's a secretary for the Lancaster County FFA. He serves as treasurer, and he also serves on the elected PA Junior Farm Committee. He was appointed there with a professional partnership with the PA Farm Bureau. Mrs. Heckman commented that his public speaking, his networking, professional skills are on example of his tremendous leadership abilities as he continues to break barriers and find new opportunities for the ag program and for self-improvement. As a student internship, he has a student internship in our small gas engines. He plays an important role among his peers. He helps support diverse groups. He has an uncanny ability to reflect and think critically about what comes next, generating new ideas and opportunities for students, such as spearheading the middle school Leo program with Mr. Powell there to bring agriculture to our 6th through 8th grade learners. His leadership and he's a difference maker. He's an outstanding role model and representation of the Mannheim FFA program. Currently, plans to attend Penn State or the Sunny System in New York, and for agricultural business or ag ed. So he's still debating what he wants to do in his future. But I'd like to congratulate Nate. He goes by Nate Huber as our November Student of the Month. And then from the CTC, Isabella, she was selected for the Lions Club for November. She's enrolled in the Advanced Health Careers at Mount Joy. She chose the CTC because she knew the program would give her a head start in becoming a nurse, which is eventually what she wants to do. In the Advanced Health Careers program, she participates in clinical experiences, gains hands-on skills, practices medical terminology, and explores her career interests while meeting new folks. She's actively involved as a student ambassador, Skills USA officer at the Mount Joy campus, as well as a member of the Spanish National Honor Society, still at the high school. In addition to her academics, she's involved in extracurriculars. She works at the Country Kitchen. And then after graduation, she plans to continue her nursing career and eventually become a CRNA as she pursues her studies at St. Joseph's University. So we'd like to congratulate both Nate and Isabella for learning for the month for the high school.
And for our presentation tonight to the board,
Congrats. Or are we waiting or are we going?
Okay. Very good there. Nobody had signed up to speak tonight. So, I'll ask now if anybody here wanted to say anything. Okay. In the next item, personnel. You'll be able to take 7A through E.
I'll make a motion.
Any questions? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, and the reason we did that, we stopped at 9E. That's Bradley Moyer, who is going from Assistant Director of Facilities to Supervisor of Maintenance district-wide. And the new position that we approved in A is for,
custodial. In
Okay.
F is the description of his new role,
that,
and E is his description of his new
right.
role. Yep.
And he has been here and everybody's very happy that he's taken over. So could I have a motion for approval for 9E?
I'll make a motion.
Second. Any questions? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Okay, we have, you take 9F through I.
I'll make a motion.
All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Dr. X, you're back on.
All right, thank you. Just a reminder to everybody, winter activities are starting up. Athletics started on Friday. The fall play, and then there were none, is this week. And if you didn't see, we were featured on WGAL this morning. We sent that clip out to the board to check out. It's also holiday concert season is right around the corner. So we have a lot of fun activities in the evening if you're looking for entertainment since it's so dark outside. Also, the banner here, we shared with the PSBA recognition that we got. They stopped by last week to talk to us and they dropped off this banner as well as some other things. We'll be on their website and we've also promoted that on our website. It's an honor that we know that our people deserve. So I want to thank our teachers, staff, community, board for helping us get to this point. Board recognition meeting is December 1st, just to let the public know how that works. Our new board member, Nick Marinaro, will be joining us and Chip Gerhart will be stepping down. We'll also look at the roles that our board holds on that date. And unless there's something pressing, there won't be any voting items at that meeting unless we have to, and we'll let everyone know. It's still an open to the public meeting, so that's not an issue. I want to thank Chip publicly, Chip Gerhart. We'd be remiss if we didn't do that. We're going to give him a little time at the end just to speak at the end of the meeting tonight. But I just want to say from the district office and the school district, Chip, the way you advocate for kids is what a school board member should be about. So we appreciate that, and we just wanted to say thank you. And at the end, board members will have a chance to say their thank yous too. So, yeah, no, they definitely not. And then,
Excuse me, but I have a dumb phone and I'm gonna give it to my wife to put in her purse.
so we'll honor Chip appropriately at the end of the board meeting tonight. We did give him, and he and his wife, lifetime passes to any Manheim Central event, as long as they want to be around, because we want them around. So That being said, I want to hand it over to Mrs. Martin for state budget updates. If you didn't hear, the budget finally passed. That's not cause for celebration necessarily because it took so long, but now we can see where we're at.
There's a lot to the budget, of course, so I'm just gonna touch on the highlights that affect us financially. Good news is they fully funded the second installment of the adequacy funds. So that's an additional $470,000 that we will get, but we did have that budgeted for, so that is in our budget. We are glad that they passed that. Basic ed funding was an increase of 105 million or 1.3% increase. And we had that was more than the governor proposed. So we had the governor proposal in our budget. So that will give us an additional $26,000 that we weren't counting on. So that's good news. Special ed funding pretty much stayed flat to the governor's proposal, and that was what we had in the budget. So that's around $1.9 million for special ed funding. And then the good news was they did have some cyber charter reform. They updated our tuition payment. So the tuition calculation has some more deductions in it. I'm not sure if you know how that works, but that takes our total budgeted expenses. And then there's a certain list of deductions that we can deduct from that to calculate our cyber charter tuition for our students. They did add some additional deductions. We can deduct our cyber charter tuition, which makes sense. Any costs we have for collecting taxes or assessing taxes, 60% of our student activities and 60% of our plant maintenance and facility costs. So when we remove those deductions, I just did a really quick calculation. And then also for the special ed, actually, I should touch on this first, the special ed tuition cost. This was the big one for us. You could either take the lesser of the normal special ed tuition calculation, or you can take the regular ed tuition calculation times 1.89. And when we do that, that actually reduces our current tuition rate by close to $10,000 for our special ed students. So when I did a calculation all in all, and it is, from what I understand, retro back to July 1st, that could save us around $300,000 based on the current enrollment that we have. So that's some good news for our budget this year. Another thing with cyber charter reform is they also are adding a residency requirement, which was a hot topic with a lot of schools because we're finding that kids in cyber charter are moving, but then we're still paying. They could be moving out of the district, but we could still possibly be paying that cyber tuition. And the school districts don't have a whole lot of control over that. So what they are adding a requirement for parents that they have to have proof of residency that they must give to the cyber school and the school district where they live twice during the school year, once November 1st and once March 1st. So that's a great plus that we can make sure that we are paying for our students and not a student that may have moved out of the district. On the financial side, they're also offering $125 million again for school facility grants. We must apply for those, and not every district gets this money automatically, but it is an opportunity possibly for for us to get some money for some of our repairs that we need. So there's going to be more information released on that. I don't really have a lot of information at this point. And then the school safety and mental health grants there. Also, there's $100 million in the budget for that. Each public school district is guaranteed $100,000. So, and then there's an adjustment for your ADM. So we know for sure that we're going to get at least $100,000 that we can use towards school safety and mental health. Those are the big highlights of the grant. Like I said, the budget, there's a lot more, but it's pretty good news for us financially because I believe it'll be about $325,000 that we can use put toward to reduce our deficit budget that we budgeted. I approved back in. I can certainly answer any questions. Like I said, there's a lot more to it, but I think those are the highlights.
Yeah, and I want to thank Mrs. Martin for turning this over so quickly. She just got her hands on it at the end of the week. So just the fact that she was able to do that much is appreciated. Okay. So the 2025-26 board meeting dates from our reorganization meeting on are in here for you to take a look at. We will vote to approve those at the board reorganization, but we wanted to get these to you ahead of time. There was a typo for June, but if you remember, June, we normally don't have a meeting unless absolutely necessary, and that's been corrected. July, sorry, July. Yes. Yeah, no, we do need to be here.
Kelly's going.
Good point. So anyway, that's for the next meeting, but we wanted you to have those ahead of time. Policy 122, 123, 209.1 for first read are also coming through for you to take a look at. And that concludes my report, Mr. Claire.
Thank you. Assistant Superintendent report, Ms. Flannery.
Sure, so first item I want to tell you about is just an update on the facility dog. Our facility dog from Barron had left this past summer. So they're in the process of finding their replacement. The positive news, Dr. Moroli and I went to look at candidates for dogs last week. We have a candidate that we're going to show you today that we think is going to be the one we're bringing back. She has 3 caretakers that are interested, which is great. This would be the caretakers, the person the dog would live with. So from there, Phoenix Dogs is going to take care of figuring out which one's the right fit so that she doesn't have to be the chooser of that. We also talked to them about a program they have to receive a free facility dog if we would allow the dog to be in the breeding program. That would be a district office dog that could kind of work around the district. But the next litter is not due to the spring, so more to come. But I wanted to try to share my screen with you here so that I can show you what our new dog looks like. So the way they name their dogs is they name them based on a series. So for example, one of the series of dogs was Things from Italy, and one of the dog's names was Prosciutto. We got our dog from the space theme. So I will introduce to you Sputnik.
So can we ask, what was the interview process like?
Which one is the cuddliest?
What I want to know is the other Baron dog, did he just walk out or did he give notice?
He gave notice. So Sputnik is a hypoallergenic golden doodle, a great personality. It's been in training for a year. So while it will have to go to classes with its caretaker to be able to be trained, so that the caretaker is technically trained, they do think Sputnik will be ready for at least one day of work a week, starting from, when we bring the dog back. So hopefully we'll have some more news for you on that in upcoming months. Continuing with my report, 2 other items I had for you. The calendar preview, I just wanted to give you a heads up that we are already starting to look at drafts of the calendar for the 26-27 school year. Keys to note moving forward is Labor Day is very late next school year. So I think it's like on the 7th of September. It's like as late as it can be. And Easter, of course, then is as early as it can be, which those 2 things are always interesting how they play together. So most of the proposals you'll see for changes are based on the issues, the fact that the school year Labor Day is late and that Easter is early. So I anticipate showing you that a draft at the December meeting for feedback. If not December, it would be January.
Leonard, I have a question about that. Have you gotten feedback on how we changed to late starts? Have you gotten feedback from teachers and?
We have. So, Dr. Nemeth put out a survey to teachers, I believe. I don't know if it was right before or right after the November day. So they would have either had 1 or 2 of them to kind of get their feedback on how they have felt about it. In terms of community feedback, we haven't heard anything so far on the difference between those late starts and the early dismissals. So that feedback will be taken into consideration for what calendar moving forward. And then the last one is just kind of a celebration. I think this was in your board update. But the Lancaster STEM Alliance and Dr. Nemeth, congratulations to both of them for their work on the project of producing this video called Excellence in Education. The video debuted on November 7th at a conference at Millersville, and it celebrates excellence in education in the state of Pennsylvania, specifically in our county. It featured 4 of our teachers, Monica Sholkoff in kindergarten, Suzanne McMeechan, who's grade 1-2, R.C. Fraley Hogue, who's 8th grade, and Rich DiStefano for high school social studies. The video was just so well produced, and it really had teachers talking about their passion for excellence in education. So we were very proud of them.
Great, thank you.
You go to video?
Minutes, it's up to you.
Well, we want to see the video. It's about 5 minutes. Or do it on our own, it will be on the
Say, I would say do it on our own. We don't have to
video.
hold everybody.
Okay,
That's
well,
something that
it'll be
could-
up on the,
Yeah, can it go on the web?
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. Yep.
okay, very good. Dr. Creighton, treasurer's report.
Yes, I want to thank Kelly and the team for preparing the documents this month. We're in good order. I did review the financial statement, the invoices, and then the final high school invoices for the renovations. And were there any questions from the board members on any of those
No,
documents?
they all look good to me.
So first order of business is to approve those documents. So is there a motion to approve?
Are you gonna put all three together, Bob? A, B, and C?
Yeah, let's do 10A, 10B, 10C.
I'll make the motion.
Second. All right, any questions? If not, all in favor? Aye. Opposed? Very good.
And then the second piece would be any, Kelly may have some dashboard updates that we can share. General budget coming through is going to be helpful in catching up some of the numbers that we've had.
Yeah, this is just the updated dashboard that I had shown you before. Comes up really big on the laptop, but it's great because it gives you the revenue month to date, expense month to date. I really like the year to date grants, break it out for revenue, local, state, and federal. Of course, as of right now, we are short in the state and federal department, but our state money is coming in here soon, and they're predicting that we should be caught up hopefully by the end of the calendar year. But that just kind of gives you an idea. Local revenue, we're right on track of where we should be this time of the year. Then if you go to the expense, same thing, salaries and benefits. This is your last 3 years, year to date, and we're right on track. Our purchase services are a little low right now because some of our IU bills, the timing of them, it was a little late, later than it normally is. So that'll be all caught up as soon as we pay those bills. And supplies and equipment, same, that is right on track with where we should be with inflation and everything. Of course, the cost of everything has gone up, so we anticipate that expense to go up. But all in all, everything is on schedule. Budget's exactly where I would think it would be at this time.
Kelly, John, did we get this posted on the website already?
We do have September, and I can update it with October. This is a new, I had the PDF out there, but this is a new dashboard I just got trained on this week. So I'll put the link to that out there on the dashboards. Then you can actually see each month when you go out there. Yeah, it's a really great software. I'm slowly learning it. So as I learn more, I'll put more out there.
Very easy to read. It's nice.
Yeah, it's a little big on here, but it looks good when you look on your computer.
Thank you. That concludes my report.
Thank you very much. Now, Mr. Linder, business ops.
I have nothing to report at this point in time. We haven't had any meetings other than we will have our next meeting January 12th at 5:30 at the district office.
Oh, thank you. Mrs. Walker, the academic committee report.
Yes, we will not have another meeting until January 12th at 4:00 here in the district office.
Thank you. The activities committee, Mr. Sensnick.
Yes, our meeting will be also on January 12th at 4:45.
And we're going to go into general action items. And we can take 12A through F. F like in rank.
I'll make a motion.
Second,
Okay. Any questions? All in favor? Aye. Opposed? Thank you. Board representative report. Lebanon, Lancaster Lebanon IU 13, Mrs. Beachy.
Yeah, so our last meeting was on November 12th, and then today I had the pleasure of going with Keisha. We went and visited different rooms in the run, in Barron and middle school. I started with the autistic support class with Erin Smith as a teacher, and that was at Doe Run. It was awesome. Just they had excitement. They were dancing around to a Glitter Salon, and just how much the teachers and the staff, support staff, just loved what they're doing. They're passionate about it, and the kids were friendly. You know, some of them were more quiet or reserved, but some of them just wanted hugs or kept coming up to you. And then Barron Elementary, Laura Lynch, he shared how she loves what she does. It's her first year. She came from Clay Elementary, and she said she doesn't want to ever leave here. She loves teaching there, and it's at classes there. She wants to stay there until she retires. But there's 4 kids. That was a hard of hearing deaf class, and Jackson, Messiah, Jeremiah, and Chelsea was neat, you know, for them. And then Laura also shared how the one boy in there, he not you know trained like potty trained, but the teachers go above and beyond. The staff, they do things that aren't even part of the requirement, and they love the kids. So, and then the last one was the middle school, the autistic support class, and that was a full room, but they were neat to see how they just went from station to station and worked with each child depending on their level of, you know, autistic support. So it was just neat to meet those students and teachers. That concludes my report.
Very good. Great report. Okay, Lancaster County, TTC. For the last time, Mr.
Oh, thank you. That will sadden me my last time. We have 2 up here, starting with, on the left, there's Elijah Winkle. I think these 2, they're both in 11th grade. I usually try to do 12th, but they're in 11th grade, and Elijah's in the culinary, as you can see. And his future plans is he'd like probably to go to full culinary next year in the senior year. It's good. And I said, what about the future? He said, well, he wants to be a cook, but he might go to the Navy. He said that one of the recruits were in here maybe from the school, and the recruit was a cook in the Navy, and that really impressed him. So he might go to the Navy to do that. A current job, and he works at Twin Kiss. And he said he might get to go up to Tony's once in a while. He didn't know. He's hoping so. Hobbies are fishing, hunting, and he likes skateboarding. Yes, I'd never heard of this, but I always ask him about their pets. He has 2 leopard geckos. Okay, and then he also has spiders. But I'm thinking maybe the spiders for the geckos to eat, maybe, right? I don't know. I'm not sure. And he likes, I've heard this all the time, go to the mountains. It's like, you know, this whole area, mountains are everything. I'm the same way. But anyway, they go up to Williamsport area. And that's Elijah. And the second on the right there, that's why I went there, because Caitlin is my neighbor. And and so when Gail and I walk, we get to see her a lot because she's a high energy girl. And he likes to do in 11th grade, they're doing all the safety, the processing of food, everything. But I said, how about next year? And she says, no, she said, I think we're going to nursing next year down Willow Street. So, I said, okay. And she works at Woodcrest Villa and serving the patients there. And she likes hiking and keeping motivated. And yes, 3 pets. She has a husky, which I see all the time, and 2 cats. And they go to the mountains also, but they go up towards Poconos for their vacation. Okay, this is Gabriel Barber. He's one of the twins. So there's two Barbers on here. You'll get to the other one. And then he's in 12th grade, electromechanical engineering. And he likes the part where you even get the brain of the engine to start it up, and he's into all that stuff big time. He really likes it, and he's got to keep right in that same field. He works for Electro Energy, and they do all kind of stuff there. Everything from rare earth magnets to putting stickers on pill bottles. It must be a crazy company. But he likes working on cars, and he has 2 dogs, 2 cats, likes to watch football. And like vacation, he likes to go to Atlantic City, especially during the car shows. And I said, what do you like about the CTC? And he says, you can do what you like to do. So that's real. And that is Gabriel. Okay, on the left is Cannon Smith. Mr. James Smith is the teacher there. And anyway, he's in the carpentry. And he has a heck of a handshake, I can tell you that. But anyway, they work on the houses there. He said they're doing trim. They have a house they're doing over at Mount Joy. These are all from Mount Joy, if I didn't say that, sorry. And then as we were going through it there, he says, yeah, we're gonna pour sidewalks today, so they do the concrete sidewalks, so they're into it. He wants to go into the residential field of carpentry, so I'll try to get a job there. He's not working anywhere right now, he's waiting, he's trying. He likes fishing when they go to Florida once a year, dog and a cat, and he used to play baseball, but not now. And the CTC says a good experience. And said, he said he just likes doing those kind of classes, he just likes one thing to do. So they're with that. That's Gabriel. And then on the right, that's Damien Wolf. He's in the carpenter also, but you see they're both there. And he's doing the same thing, working on the houses and all that saying. And his future plans, I'm hearing this more often. He wants to go to the military also. So I'm hearing military a lot lately. So I think it's picking up. And he's looking for a current job. His hobbies, he likes reading. And he likes reading about presidents. So I thought that was pretty good. 2 dogs, a pit bull mix and some other one. And what do you like? Learning, he likes to learn about what you like to do, like he likes his carpentry, so he wants to learn more about it and put it to good use. That is Damien. Then we have Zach Bird, and he is in the metal fab. Zach was a very interesting guy, Mount Joy again, senior. And he likes putting the metal, your air ducts and all that stuff, you put them together, you weld them. And he loves doing that. And I said, what are your future plans on this? And he says, well, my grandfather worked at E-Town at Mars. And his grandfather, his father, and he's going to be 3rd generation. But they're making him go to Thaddeus Stevens, which I think is good. Going to Thaddeus Stevens first, and then he'll join them there. And he likes cars, skateboard. He has a couple dogs. And here again, he likes going to the mountains and out near Altoona. And I said, what do you like about the CTC? He says, I hear you do something and you can show what you do, so he liked that. So you show, you learn. Okay. And here's the other twin. Okay. That's Jaden Barber. That's the other twin of the number 2 slide. And Jaden's in the precision machining. I always learn something up there. In the precision machining, the CT, you ever heard of the CNC machines? He does that. That's a big machine that cuts in metal by laser or something, I guess. I'm not sure. But anyway, you can put like a blueprint into a thumb drive or a whatever, put it in, and it'll cut it. And he loves that. And he wants to find a job without debt. That's what he said. So, and he may attend Thaddeus Stevens also. And he works at the Astro EDM up in Lehighton. They do government projects, so he's working there. And he works at Wise Market now, also. He'll co-op at the other place in Lehighton. And he likes hanging around with friends. There's 2 cats, 2 dogs. I'm pretty consistent with that right now. I don't know why. And he likes to go to Ocean City. And it's what he likes about the CTC. He says you can prepare for workforce with no debt. He brought that no debt up twice, so he's thinking. And that concludes that with the Mount Joy. There's a lot more over there, but I didn't want to keep you all night. Thank you.
Thank you. PSBA legislative report, Mrs. Gator.
Thank you. I'm going to touch on a few things that Mrs. Martin has already brought to light, but I'll
recap it quickly. It is part of the changes that we saw out of Senate Bill 315. One was the cyber charter reform with the residency verification, which I think is actually a very good thing that they included in that. And also another thing was wellness checks. They're requiring that cyber charter schools do at least a weekly wellness check on the kids they have in the school. And they are going to need to file reports with PD so that they can keep track of the kids a little bit better that are in their schools. The funding changes that are happening, Mrs. Martin explained them did a pretty good summary of those as far as the tuition calculation changes and then also the special education options that we have now. Also, they did some reading and literacy requirement changes. They're saying that by 2027 and 28 school years, that schools need to adopt an evidence-based reading curriculum and conduct reading competency screenings for K through third grade students 3 times a year. And then if the kids are not proficient in that parents need to be made aware of that. The school safety initiatives, Mrs. Martin also talked about that we will be getting at least $100,000 plus a little bit more based on our student membership. That's to help with training as far as school safety and also gave some mandates on safety training for staff will be required also. It also talked a little bit also about teacher certification reforms. They're capping some of their certification fees and focusing a little bit more on practical experience. So that hopefully will help teachers. Also, some of the additional changes were, I guess the Pennsylvania Department of Education can allocate some funds to financially distressed districts. One thing I thought was interesting was they're mandating that cash is accepted at events. So not just credit cards or it's to ensure that all families have access to events that are happening. We have to accept cash, which I think do anyway, so.
Well, I know where that comes from. That comes from like the PIAA. Once it goes later on, they require, a lot of them have made it that you can't pay cash at them.
Because they don't want to have.
Because they don't want to have the hassle, and that's for PIAA, that's for districts and moving on.
Okay.
That's probably where that's coming in.
And then they charge you extra fee and
Yeah,
get.
and they charge it, yep, yep.
Right, yeah, which makes sense. And they can't charge fees with cash, so that was in the bill. The other thing was a FAFSA mandate. So starting 26-27 school year, all students must either file the FAFSA or an opt-out form before they graduate. But if they don't, we can't prohibit them from graduating. So anyways, I thought that was interesting. One thing that just caught my eye was the Shapiro administration has announced a pilot program within a school district where they are going to allow kids to take their driving learners permit tests within the school district. So I thought that was interesting. So we'll see what happens with that. And the last thing is just a reminder, we have PSBA and with people who have just been reelected and for the new guy that's coming in, we are required to complete our training hours and that be done through the SBA since they are accredited to do that. So just a reminder to do that.
Within 12 months, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah.
That concludes my report. Thank you.
Thank you. Lancaster County Academy, we're doing really well. She's out working all the time, trying to get new people in. I think we got 5 more people in Hempfield. And she's working on several other schools. So hard to get hold of her because she doesn't stand still for more than a minute. So everything is going well there. And Dr. Axe taking good care of that for us too. So that ends my report. Enrollment report. Anybody have any questions on that? Upcoming school board meeting information. There'll be a school board reorganizational meeting on December the 1st at Manham Central District Office, 6 p.m. And there'll be a regular school board meeting on December 15th, Manham Central District Office at 6 p.m. Board comments.
Chip, it's been a pleasure serving with you the last 4 years. Thank you.
Yes, Chip, thank you very much. Thank you for all you did. Pleasure being your friend and don't be a stranger to. I don't think we had anybody that ever was so into the kids at the CTC.
Oh, that's good.
And they were fantastic.
We're gonna try the podium.
All right, you try the podium.
Anyone else? Anyone else?
Anybody else want to say
Before
anything
Chip?
before Chip?
Yeah, you can. say
I
that.
just, yeah, thank you for all your work you've done with the CTC.
Oh,
It's been a pleasure
thank
serving
you.
with you, your
Thank you.
smile and your positive
Oh, thank
energy.
We will not be the same without you.
you. He might be better.
No, it won't.
But anyway, I just want to reflect a little bit how I got started on the board. I saw my wife and daughter came in. You know, stand up, Brenda. My daughter. Thank her for putting up with me. My daughter for getting me into this, you know. When we started, it was not terminal, it was rough times at the board. Like, I was going to them ahead of time, and you stayed till 11 o'clock, and we're just hitting 7. Right, you were there, you know. So, but anyway, so that's what we did, and it's, you know, it's very humbling being on the board. You get a lot of respect. You know, when we went there, you know, everybody comes when you're running for board and they start asking you questions. You want to know what their values are and what they want to see us do, because we all represent them. And you guys just being on again, didn't they? You know, we gotta keep in mind what our voters wanted. And so I just hope if we on live stream? Yeah, I just want, I want to thank, all those people that voted for me, and I hope I did a good job. That's important to me. And I really missed it. And then I'll get to the board now. So it's been a real privilege for me, to work with all of you. It's been fun. And alongside you, you're all very, I guess the good word I put down was genuine. And I really like that. And in all your committees and the decisions you make, you're good. And I'm just going to go around. So Michelle, thank you you taught me a lot about the PSBA, which I never, but sometimes we just take time to listen. It really helps out. So I'm going to try to be a listener sometime, but thank you for that. Jen, for your academics. And this is, I really appreciate it. It's one of the big ones for me because that's from the people who voted for me. That's the biggest thing they ask about is the academics. What's going on? And I feel comfortable with you there. So thank you. Matt, and you're doing the business ops, you're always, you're into it. I don't know how to say it any other way, but you do a great job, Matt. Thank you. Amy on the ICU, you're teaching me that a lot of stuff I didn't know anything about. So you're doing a great job. Thank you. And Mike, with the academy and being president, for me during this time, I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Guided us along. Thank you for that. Steve, I don't know I'm not sure what you do. Thank you for being the vice president, and you keep us all, I put down here, I said, you kind of keep us all in line. Any kind, you always guide us around a little bit, so we appreciate that. But thank you. And Andy, with the activities, I can tell you love it. So, thank you for doing that too. And Bob, for the financial, the treasurer, that's one of my favorite things. And Kelly working, and former CFO over Brian and that. It's always good to have a little fight once in a while over the money, and that makes it interesting. And I got to say a special thanks again for Steve and Matt. When I first came on, I could always see them and they'd help me or give me a little advice and, because, not doing it before, or you've been in there for a while, that really helped me out. Thank you. I really do appreciate that. So, and I always said that all the committees are the ones that do all the work. And I really believe that. So always keep your committees up. You're doing good and, stay close to each other and talk. I like that. It's a really different board here. I've been on other boards that are not like that. So, and I want to say, Nick, congratulations. Do that. And then I go to, I like to call it the leadership and administration. Ryan, Amy, I just want to say I can tell that you're caring, and I call it your love of for the students is, and it's in their safety. It's just amazing what you guys do. You just do a great job. And I know that we never have to worry about it. You're both very professional and I like that. And your timeless dedication. You guys put in time. I see it and always do that. So, and you're always there to listen and you're very transparent. So actually the big thing I underlined here was you guys make our job easier, I think, don't you? I mean, we all see how you do. So thank you like that. And the staff and the teachers are some here. Thank you. Yeah. And the staff and the teachers, I put down here, you're the foundation. I didn't get this off GPT either. I took it from the heart. I'm not saying I didn't look at it. Anyway, the staff and the teachers, you're the foundation, for the success of the students. And so we're all built on that. So, and you inspire kids, you inspire others, and you just do great. And I really appreciate all you do. And John, I have to say a special thank you to you, John. John helps me out. You see the pictures up there. That's not me. I don't even take them now. I'm just like the middleman. So, and I'll help whoever does take it if they need help. So, like I say, as I step away, from this position, I really feel that I think the school and the district's in good hands. You guys are great. I don't think you'll have anything. And that's all I have to say. But thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, different here. You take your name plate there, so you will always know what your name is.
I might need that.
Chip, as we conclude, we have, a lot of us we did a little card shower for you.
Oh,
You can take the lifetime passes, the nameplate,
thank
the
you.
card
I
shower.
would like a picture if you don't mind.
Yeah, we can do a picture right in front of the banner.
Do a picture.
And one thing before we conclude, the goal is always to leave something better than when you got there. And I would say, Chip, that you've done that for not just the CTC, but for the district. So thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Thank you.
Turn.
And John, I do have a computer for you here.
All right, so you want to get a picture?
Yeah, yeah.
That concludes our evening.